Okay, so basically we had this site, we decided to build a whisky distillery which falls into our whisky strategy as a group. We started building in 2017, January 18 we commissioned the distillery, and that's where we started the whole journey of making history hopefully for North Wales. We are the first whisky distillery in North Wales for 100 years and we hope to be here another 100. So this site is actually really steeped in history. Aber Falls, which is the village here, is the longest unbroken dwelling in the British Isles. There's actually Iron Age artefacts, there's a Motte and Bailey, and we have that fantastic waterfall, 120 feet, that feeds the distillery just up the road. On top of that, before that used to be a slate works where they used to split the slates from the main quarry where the Zip World is, and then on top of that it used to be a margarine plant during the war. It then was a drinks depot before it was left derelict for 6 years before we started building the distillery. Yeah, so the original distillery did a pot still, which was mainly for the Irish market. The whisky basically started coming back to Wales when Penderyn launched over 20 years ago, and pretty much they've been building it. Now, as of today, there's 5 whisky distilleries in Wales. The fact that we have 5 distilleries as well makes it really important because it means we're able to build a GI around it and actually build some rules in Wales. And we've just finished the final draft. That's in actually with DEFRA and the powers that be. And hopefully soon, because of Brexit, it'd be a really good news story to be actually have to bring out a nice GI for Wales on whisky. Well, I'd like to see Aber Falls and their current portfolio expand, go global recognition and really help build the Welsh whisky category. I'd like to see more investment from other distilleries. It'd be fantastic if we have another 5 distilleries within Wales, and really driving that Welsh whisky character across the planet, basically, led by Aber Falls. Well, for North Wales, we're very fortunate at Aber Falls that all our water comes off the falls. So we have this fantastic soft water that's literally coming down from Snowdonia. We're literally next to the Menai Street, so a field away from the sea, so we have some fantastic characteristics coming in the environment. We have Welsh malted barley that's being grown, and we're actually looking at different varietals to bring back and see how we can actually support that with yields. So there's a lot more work to need to be done on that. And really it's just about making sure that everything is 100% Welsh. So our water off the falls powers the plant, making sure we have that sustainability, having the community and that quality and consistency ongoing, really building up a fantastic brand. My day-to-day is different every day. Obviously the most important thing is safety of my site and making sure as a distillery all my staff are very engaged with it. My team is the most important thing here. That's what drives everything in cascades in what we do. If you're not having fun but making whiskey, what's the point? Secondly, it's about really making sure that our marketing, our sales strategy is right, and that's not just on a regional and national level, but on an international level. Like I said, our vision is very much about building a globally recognised brand that helps really support and build the Welsh whisky category. But we also have other visions as well. To be a keystone business for Wales. So if I was in Toronto or Sydney, you talk about Wales, go, oh, Aber Falls. But also, if you come and visit us, we want to show how accessible it is to actually learn about whisky, try our product, even see some of our other spirits we produce. That also means that when you come here, you have a positive connection with other Welsh brands, whether that's food, whether it's hospitality, whether that's drink or adventure. Gins and liqueurs seems a natural thing to do, and also widens our appeal to a bigger audience. What's really important for me is to bring people into the brand. We're also about to release a 100% Welsh rye. Why would we do that? It's more of a sweeter expression that brings more sceptical consumers into the brand and leads them onto those expressions. We've just launched our non-age declared. That's really our foundation for all our age statements ongoing, and that will really keep our consistency of our expression going throughout. We also do some single releases, whether that's a distillery exclusive, it could be recently an orange wine cask versus a sherry, or we also do our distiller's cuts. It's really about playing around and having that point of difference. At the distillery, well, you can go on a tour and really experience and talk to my staff and show, they'll talk very openly about what they're doing. But on top of that, in the actual visitor centre, besides some of the tour experiences, yes, you just mentioned there's a fantastic gin lab as well. There's a theatre, there's a fantastic cafe by the river, which does which we use only 100% Welsh local produce, and there's a fantastic roof terrace just to sit and enjoy the sun when the weather's shining, as it is today. We also have a farmers market, so once a month we'll be bringing other Welsh brands in so they can really partake and you can really learn about what we do up here in North Wales and Wales as a whole. For me, what the ethos of Aber Falls is literally about engaging and discovering whiskey. People often say to me, what should I drink? And really, the truth of the matter is, just try things and find out what you like. There's no wrong or right. But what we're trying to do with Aber Falls is really get you in to understand what we're doing here, understand our heritage, understand our ethos and our passion that we have behind the brand. And as I always say, just enjoy it.